Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus one more time. And you know why I'm here. I'm here because I want to be an enlightenment tool whereby you can be set free to live or lose. The choice is yours, but the information, my friend, is available, and those who know it have an obligation, if they get a chance, to not only tell you, but to show it. And so every now and then, doing my efforts of trying to show it, I like to take a little bit of time and explain what's being done because it's new, it's different, and perhaps not understood. You see, we have the situation here where we say we have this power hunger thing. And what is this force that's behind the power that people are grabbing at today? What is that force behind it? Some call it's an evil force. An evil force. But I say to you, and those of you who might hear this at some time, call it what it is. You know, most recently we've heard people refer to it as authoritarianism, but it's not. You've heard others refer to it as dictatorship, but it is not. It is satanic. It is Satanism, as I will share with you a little later. But you see, God, the creator of the universe, is the creator of life, and everything else is death. God gives life and offer paradise, but evil seeks to destroy life and offer death. Those afraid of death are slaves. If you are afraid of death, you are a slave. And those that fear not, they're free. The lovers shine to help others, but evil to take advantage of others. God made the earth, but evil proclaims it. Evil lies. Evil cheats. Evil steals. They stole. They lied. They cheated. They captured. They enslaved. So everything, they say, belongs to evil and they who cohort with it. Its courts are the slaves and good people, the power behind the evil. Let me talk with you, ladies and gentlemen. The Democrats and the Department of Justice and others, they are aiding and abetting evil by not holding it accountable. I want to say that again. The Democrats and the Department of Justice, who you presume would be taking care of the injustices, well, they are not taking care of the injustices. So what they are doing by not doing it is that they are aiding and abetting by that inaction. Evil is everywhere. It's even using Christ. I heard one gentleman say that people would rather advocate having babies grow up amongst gay people than teaching them the basic principles of Christ, not dare them to use the name of Christ. They settle for everything else that's going on in this world, and this whole doggone earth is nothing but hell. And here they're trying to pick out some little bit and point at it when everything that we all are doing is just as devastatingly against God. None of us are innocent. Leave these people alone until you're ready to straighten your act up I'm talking to me. I'm not talking to you because you couldn't hear me if I were talking to you. You see, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, evil is everywhere. And it's claiming love. I'm telling you, it's pathetic. Absolutely. I was just thinking, it is evil along with the cooperation of goodness that would empower evil the ability to destroy life as we know it, to take over America as it has other countries, to take away your freedoms and everything else. And at the same time, it is because of the good people that God has allowed America to exist this long without that devil stepping out on the stage, taking over. So the fact that it is happening now really says that God is wondering what you're doing. And so you probably need some motivation. And what has happened is that the evil, everything that you have taught, that you've been taught that was evil, lying, cheating, and stealing, and killing, and terrorizing, and war, it's happening right before your eyes. You see people out here with lamp lights and guns talking about this is their country, talking about they're ready to kill everybody, going all over back over certain states, rewriting the laws that they instituted when they made people of color and black people slaves in the beginning. They're reinstituting them right before your face as if you can't do anything about it. And while they're doing it, they walk around the streets with guns and things talking about threatening and killing you and all that kind of stuff. And while they're doing that, you got a party, a political party in power, whereby the Department of Justice is sitting on their elbow as if nothing is happening, as if all of this stuff is craving up. And ladies and gentlemen, I said that just to say this. It's okay. That's the way the world works when the devil is running the show. Let me say it again. That's the way the world works when the devil is running the show. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, but I want you to know it doesn't stop there. I got a couple of more notations here. I want to say this about Miss AOC, this House of Representative person in Washington. She is one of the most powerful women in the country, especially in government. Now, that doesn't mean that she's the most powerful woman, because there's some women out here that really got it going on. But as far as Congress is concerned, she's one of the most powerful women there. And she really makes all these other women look like, ooh-wee. You know why? Because even though she's a woman, you wouldn't know it by the way she acts. Because she acts like that has nothing to do with it. She's on a good foot, doing the right thing. Now, I want to also say this. I think it's very important. I think I might have mentioned it once before. It was about death. You know, many people, the blind, they are afraid until they get the education needed. And even then, conditioned to particular places. But I want to say that no one that sees is afraid to walk where they choose. One day, my American friends and brothers and sisters, you have coffee. Another day you have bread, maybe meat. One day you have joy, another you have pain. One day you engage in sex and other things. But for the most part, from then on, every day is a repeat. And because you do not know the truth you become a slave to this repetition as if it's some great, fantastic thing. Even though it doesn't matter how afraid of death you are, you're going to die. And then you want to call yourself a child of God, a Christian. Let me say that to you. There is no way that a human being can understand that there's a power so magnificent it is responsible for the existence of all things. But basically, what we can identify is the earth for which we live. And we recognize that every resource that is essentially necessary to be used for whatever we as human beings are able to imagine and decide that we want to do, the resources are here. They are either in the earth, on the earth, above the earth. They are either seen or they're unseen, but they're here. And the individuals who are usually given the great gifts from imagination to do certain things have the ability. It's innate that they are ready to put their hands to the plow and be able to bring forth. And all of those, each individual, all across the land, each of us have been given such as that, our own individual gift that gives us our greatest joy in exercising. And each exercise, while it engages with everything that is being done to create in the reservoir of goods and services, everything that we can imagine that we need to meet our needs, to meet our wants, and to meet our desires. They're sitting right there. And all we have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is access it when we desire. Why? Because each of us engaged ourselves in the process. And everything that exists belongs to all of us. And we are family with all of this wealth that allows us to live in paradise. We don't have to lie. We live in peace. We live prosperously. We live freely. We live with joy, and our dreams are fulfilled. This is what it's all about. And you believe that this beautiful, magnificent earth and this plan of life that I just shared with you is supposed to be trampled down and stomped down because some blind people who have been misled, who don't know anything about the truth, who are willing to lie, to be a physical representation of that which is satanic, be a physical representation of demonism. I guess I can use that word or make it one. Actually are. No, and I'm saying this not because I hate them. No, I'm telling you what their activity is. And it's not just me. I mean, in your own King James Version, they describe what he's going backwards and forth, to and fro, trying to find out how he can tear it up. It's just me paraphrasing now. Lying and cheating and stealing. Taking stuff like it's his. How did they get their name on all of the oils and all of those natural resources that have been discovered or found? And whose name's on it? They don't have God's name on it. They don't say this is God's to the people. They say this is mine. This is mine. This is mine. You want to cut? Invest. And we're going to sell the stuff. And when people start hurting, we're going to raise the prices. Make sure we don't lose anything. You still don't lose a thing because your cut going to be the same. And the people who lose, we don't care. We don't care. We're just using them anyway. Hey, that's Satanism, my friends. When God is telling you, baby, hey, I gave you life. And if you can see the truth, you know darn well I got your back. And you can tell evil to kiss your toe. And tell him. And if he wants to kill you, go borrow one of the guns from the guys who are loving the guns and give it to them and tell them to help you. You know, give it to them, tell them to take you on out. But I'm not saying that everybody can do that. I'm saying that one that is led by the Spirit of God. You know, for those of you who talk about Jesus Christ, everybody knows Jesus Christ just by being Jesus Christ. Was committing suicide. Not somebody said, oh, you know Jesus Christ, that stuff wasn't real. Hey, baby, even if it was a story, it's a magnificent story. It is. And that's what it was. Follow me. Telling you something. And there have been many who have taken that path. Most recently, especially people of color here in America, we know that Martin Luther King, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and the brother Malcolm X. We know those two. Now, a lot of other people died connected with that, but these are two that mostly everybody know about. And so these are symbols of angelic people who have been led by the Spirit of love. They were not to be just stepped aside, pushed aside. Dr. King had a message to the people, and no power in the face of the earth was going to stop it. Brother Malcolm had a message to the people, and no power in the face of the earth was going to stop it. But evil says, we're going to see about that. So what did they do? They grabbed their tool and they assassinated these brothers. And these brothers were relieved from this hell. They don't have to eat that egg one more day. They don't have to eat that toast or that piece of meat now one more day. They don't have to worry about having sex now one more day. And they don't have to worry about doing other things now one more day, as it is done here, challenging, competing, dog eat dog. It's ours, it's mine. Oh no. Everything where it happens proper is natural and it's good. It's divine. So I say, if we're going to live here on this earth, ladies and gentlemen, we should live divinely. If we're going to live on this earth, we should live divinely, as I just got through describing it. There's no fakeism there. And there's no way in the world we should let people walk around here trying to boss folks when they're the most evil thing you can think of. They don't care about anybody. Now, why I say that? Because they need to see love. And what the easiest way we can show them love is to resist that stuff. And give them an opportunity to reveal or expose who and what they are about. Hey, baby. And this ain't no tough stuff. This is an easy game. If you're not afraid to die, you got to know that death is birth. Death is birth. Say it again. Death is birth. Birth into, from hell. What is hell? Pain and suffering, lying and cheating, oppressing, being victims of it. Can't do too much about it. Oh! But God says, the moment you know you're free, you ain't got to worry about no thing. You don't have to listen to anything they say. All you have to do is represent goodness now. You're not evil. You're not going to be, there's nothing about you that's evil. You represent goodness. You just tell evil goodbye. That means nothing evil has any control over you. And evil wants to control you, it has to do something that you can't prevent. And God got your back. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I hope I haven't wasted your time. It's been good. Thank you very much. Goodbye.